Hey everyone, Nubkeks here, and welcome back to our Road to Grandmaster. This is our second attempt at our promo game from Diamond 2 to Diamond 1. Actually, it's the third one, yeah, because I didn't record the first one because just one of our players had a lag and couldn't play, so there wasn't really much point to showing you that one. But this is attempt number 3, attempt number 2 on the channel, and we are the team captain, and we are on Sky Temple. Sky Temple's a pretty cool map. Oh, also we're at the second team here. Sky Temple's a pretty cool map. Honestly, I feel like it's pretty open in terms of picks. I feel like Infernal Shrines, for me, I think is the map which has like the most variety in terms of heroes. You've got a lot of heroes that are viable there that aren't super viable elsewhere. Yeah, it's quite broad, really. Sky Temple is in a similar sort of situation. It's quite broad in terms of what heroes you can pick. The global heroes are particularly powerful. In this case, though, I am banning away Chen. You can see on the enemy team, Nubkeks over there, the first pick for the enemy team was the Zarya from last game that we had some awful trouble with. So I thought that was kind of funny. And I was glad in the way that, he was on the enemy team. It was like, chance for revenge, right? Chance for revenge. Yeah, in the previous game, which I hadn't shown you guys, he'd been in my previous game as well on my team, and he had played a very good Chen. So I decided we'll remove the Chen. Don't let him get the Chen. He can play Zarya again if he wants to. He actually locks in the Malfurion, which is, I think, a very, very solid choice. Our teammates are looking at Sylvanas and a Falstad. It's not bad. I'm a bit concerned our damage might be a little bit low, or at least kind of hard to execute with those two. They're difficult heroes to maximize their damage in a team fight. For example, I would consider at the moment Vala to be something of a hyper carry. You've probably heard me use that term a little bit recently, the idea of a hyper carry. What is that? I think a hyper carry is a hero that can output so much damage that in a way they can almost constitute, two heroes worth of damage in the right team compositions. They can output an awful lot. For example, Zul is not a hyper carry. Falstad isn't really either. Like, compare him to Vala. What's the difference? Well, Vala, she's faster. She does a lot more damage, I think, than Falstad. Falstad, though, brings a lot of utility with his Mighty Gust and his global presence. So that's the sort of the trade-off between those two heroes. Obviously, if Falstad did as much damage as Vala, there'd be no reason to ever pick Vala. You'd only pick Falstad because you get all that damage output plus the global mobility and everything like that. But there you go. I do think Falstad and Sylvanas are both very good picks on this particular map. And the enemy team follows it up with a Zul and a Johanna. Decent-ish. I'm a little bit skeptical about that, honestly. A little bit skeptical. I'll explain why. I'm going to actually remove the Alarak, who is another sort of hyper carry, and just something I don't want to deal with, especially because it looks like we are going to be running a very squishy team right here. Our third player is hovering the Li Ming. So yeah, it would be kind of feasting day for Alarak, and if you got an Alarak player, a good Alarak player, it can get quite scary. As you can see on the enemy team as well, their team captain, still has to pick, and he's open to pick anything because they've got their front line and their support kind of locked down. I'm going to be picking up Muradin here in this particular game. Looks like we're still picking up the Li Ming as well. I'm just going to lock in the Muradin. Makes a lot of sense. But Sylvanas is actually quite good here because you can get some aggressive pushes sort of early on. Excuse me. Which can do quite a lot of damage and kind of basically earn yourself some free turret shots, or free temple shots, I should say, if you get some damage down with that. Now, we actually opt into the Vala ourselves, and then the enemy team grabs that Li Ming, so their team captain is a master, Li Ming. So that's always a little bit scary when you see something like that, but obviously they need some pretty high damage output heroes. It's good that we denied the Vala in a sense, because the Vala would have fit very, very well into their team composition right there. Very well. I think Raynor would also fit quite well for them. They have the Zul setting up Executioner and Johanna, so that would make for a very strong late game team fight. They actually go for the Kel'Thus though, which I think is a pretty bad choice. I think Kel'Thus is quite good against melee stack teams, whereas we're obviously running a very squishy backline team. And then I thought this was hilarious, right? I think I spelled Brightwing wrong, but more than that, I was like, whoa, dude, what? Instantly flame, damn. I was like, oh shit, what? I think Heroes of the Storm historians have confirmed this is the first time in the history of the game that anyone has been flamed for picking a Muradin. I was like, dude, what? You pick it yourself? I was like, man, I picked the warrior here. What are you talking about? But oh well. Oh well. We'll see how things go. But yeah, right. So the reason I don't like, I'm not a huge fan of what the enemy team has put together is that, like, it's a relatively big map. It's not super easy to rotate between the lanes. And they've kind of got Johanna as a tank who's very good at rotating between the lanes. And then they've got Zul, who's also very strong at rotating between the lanes. It's going to be rather difficult for them to actually make use of that. Now, they will have very good lanes, and they will have pushing lanes. But in terms of maxing their rotations, they're going to have a tough time. And I really don't think the Kelthis fits in very well. Like I said, some sort of sustained damage like a Raynor to really make use of that sort of powerful sustained frontline they have with Azul and Johanna, empowered by a Malfurion. They got a very sustainy team fight. Lots of Executioner setups as well. I think that even Greymane would have worked pretty well in this case. In fact, Greymane would have been great. Yeah, Greymane or Raynor, anything like that. The Kelthis, like, sure, he does a lot of burst damage, but he's not great against the Shrine Guardians, the Temple Guardians. I just don't think he's got any super combos with what they've got. I mean, sure, you can get like a Malfruit into, or like a Zul root into a Malfruit into a Kelthis stun. You've got a few things, but not super impressed, really. You take a little bit of damage from them. Again, one thing about the Muradin is that with your trait, you heal up very quickly, so damage that you take isn't that huge of a deal. Kelthis attacks coming in on all sides, but we do sidestep them all, so that's good news. But you can see, once again, like, I'm not being too scared, really, about the fact that I've got low health, because I'm a Muradin, I'm very safe, and yeah, your trait, it gives you bonus healing as well when you're below, I think it's 30-40% health, I'm not sure exactly. There you go. Let's talk about the level 1 talents as well. I picked up, in this game, I picked up Perfect Storm. But I missed the Stormbolt right there. But yeah, I'm actually in love with Muradin's level 1 talents at the moment. I think they're really fantastic. Once again, I need to sidestep everything. But yeah, he's got such good level 1 talents. He's got 3 different ones. Number 1, you could get Block. And Block is a really nice way to improve your survivability against an enemy team with strong basic attacks. Like I was talking about the Raynor or the Greymane, Butcher, anything like that. Thrall, anything like that. It can be a very effective way to boost your survivability. Unfortunately, missed the Johanna again as well. Now, one thing, actually, before I talk about the talents, one thing to know about what's going on here is that I'm kind of investing a lot of time into zoning out the enemy team right here. Just protecting our guys on the shrine. You can see the enemy team was rotating, so it's kind of good that I was slowing them down in terms of their moves in right there at the start. We do manage to sidestep everything, tap the well, and survive with, I think it was less than 100 HP. We'll take it. We'll take it. We will take it. So yeah, that was kind of my goal there, was to just, you know, scout out for the team, to slow the enemy's advance in, because we were somewhat vulnerable on those shrines. We ended up actually picking up 3 kills, make that 4 kills off the back of that team fight. So well played, team. That was pretty excellent. Sidestep the Li Ming. We're pretty on point in terms of our sidestepping game in this particular one, and we hit the Li Ming for an extra stack on our level 1 talents. But yes, Block. Good level 1 talent to take against any enemy teams with strong basic attack heroes, just to improve your survivability in team fights. The other option is, let's go for the one I haven't taken actually. It's called Third Wind, I believe, which it makes your trait, your passive here much stronger. It basically raises the cap. I think it raises it to 50% of your health, that you get like this tons of bonus healing, and then it just makes the regular healing a bit better as well. So it gives you just absolutely absurd health regen out of combat. You can see, by the way, I'm doing the same sort of thing that I was here, doing this sort of screening movement as Muradin. Not really looking to fight, just slowing the enemy down, making sure that our team is fully aware of where they are as they're coming in to fight us right here. Trying to jump away from that. In a little bit of trouble staying inside the healing thing from the Kharazim as well. You get caught by this. Unfortunately, Dwarf Toss is just not on cooldown. Our sidestepping skills failed us and we get picked off. So that was rather unfortunate. If we'd had Dwarf Toss, we could have Dwarf Tossed over the wall and been fine. But not to be. Alas, our screening movements were a bit too ambitious, a bit too aggressive, and we get punished for it. But yeah, that Third Wind talent, very nice in terms of just boosting your out of health regen. And you can be, it would actually tie in very well to the sort of playstyle you're seeing enemy in this game, where being very aggressive, taking a lot of poke, and then sort of just like backing off, healing up a bit, then re-engaging through that trade would have been very good. I did opt for, though, the Perfect Storm talent. Excuse me, I'm very sniffly. My cold has evolved to it's sneezing and sniffling today. It was sniffling yesterday. Sneezes are new today. It's like constantly evolving and intriguing. It's a wonderful thing, really. I did not kill that minion, so my mount up tactics completely failed. Gonna grab Soak in the bottom lane. Obviously, Muradin, very weak solo laner, so you don't want to do this too much, but worth doing, at least to back up my teammates while they're rotating around the map and apparently kicking ass, so well played, team. I picked up Perfect Storm, reduce the mana cost of your Storm Bolt, and it also stacks, it's a quest, stacks up damage whenever you hit heroes. Just a bit of extra damage output. They obviously don't have any basic attack heroes, so this one would be the one to go for. Also, yeah, because I got no real basic attack heroes, then building into my Thunderclap is the normal thing you do on Muradin, but it's not that important in this game. I mean, even Johanna is their warrior. She doesn't even do much basic attack damage. So it's pretty much a big waste of time to build into that. So I actually went for Sledgehammer at level 4, which, what that does is I forget. I know for a fact that it, don't actually quite remember. I should have checked this. Let me open up the talent calculator while we're doing this. I know for a fact it makes it your Stormbolt do bonus damage. I think 4 times bonus damage to, I think that's all it does. 4 times bonus damage to minions, mercenaries, and structures. And also depletes 4 ammo on the structures, which is pretty fantastic. Commentary might go a little bit out of sync right now, unfortunately, because my computer is not in a good mood today either. It's also sick, and pressing Chrome is apparently making the video recording lag. Who would have thunk it? Not me. Fancy feat from the Johanna, actually getting away from that. That's pretty good. I'm pretty impressed by that, I have to say. Pretty impressed by that. And there you go. Oh my god. What is up with this computer? What the heck? All you're doing is playing a video. This is so easy. Alright, we are back. I actually, I had to pause the video, but we are going to resume now. It got so bad. It got so bad that I had to stop opening Chrome. Too much for the computer to handle, but we are back now. Everything is running smoothly. It's okay. Computer can breathe a sigh of relief. We're not asking too much of it anymore. You can see going very aggressive on this Johanna. Perhaps even a bit too aggressive as Malfurion does arrive. And in fact, the the Zul's arriving as well. Okay, I have Avatar ready, but that is a bit of a waste of that heroic, unfortunately. Huge Divine Palm actually coming out from our Karazim is going to save me. We just pops it at the end. I've finally got Dwarf Toss. Enough mana to use the Dwarf Toss, and we do get out just about. Now, the good news is that Divine Palm, very short cooldown, so that's not a huge investment. But the enemy team actually popped Tranquility in that situation, which is better. You can see, even though myself and the Karazim had our differences earlier on, I'm still being polite and saying thank you. Because I'm just a wonderful person. Good job by Karazim as well. You can see that's pretty nice play by him. Falstad gets caught. They're going to attack Falstad, so Karazim goes aggressive, get a few of his trait procs off, and do some good work. I think it's actually built into Insight in this game. And I do actually quite like the Insight Karazim on this map. I would prefer Brightwing overall. I mean, you got the global presence, which is also excellent on this map. But definitely a good map for the for Karazim, you know, with the kind of the punching bags of the Temple Guardians that you have. Lets you do that very well. I picked up Ironforge Momentum at level 7, by the way, so just reducing my cooldowns with basic attacks, and an Avatar, of course, at level 10, just for that extra survivability. Was thinking quite a bit about what to pick at level 13. I think I do grab the the healing static in the end, just to be safe. So whenever we hit an enemy hero with our Thunderclap or W, it will heal us for 5% of our maximum health. You can combo that really well with a level 4 talent, which makes Thunderclap strike twice. But in this case, I decided striking once would be more than enough. We can live with that. You see, the Johanna is actually coming in to try to contest this, and Zul does arrive as well. It looks like the Sylvanas actually picked up Will of the Forsaken, which lets her be unstoppable. Just give herself a bit of a self-cleanse against the sort of stuns and stuff that these guys are bringing out. Nice rotation by the Malfurion does ensure that they're going to live through that. We hop over the the wall house thing here in the Sky Temple, over the architecture, and we do escape from that sort of damage. But nice rotation by the enemy team just to ensure that Johanna will get out okay. It's a decent attempt by them to try to stop us from stealing that, but really, even just myself and Sylvanas was more than enough to get them out. Hello, Li Ming. How nice to see you. You're out of position. You do have a Malfurion backing you up, though, so you're able to escape without too much hassle. We are making a bit of a push in here. Crack, just catch Keltis. I was so trying to hop away from the Falstad to try to save him from the living bomb. We were both running in exactly the same direction. Vala's in a little bit of trouble right here. Just waiting for that stuff to expire. Then we're going to jump in. Hello, Keltis, my old friend. Goodbye, Keltis, my old friend. You are dead. The Keltis pick really not working out for them. I think he picked up Convection at level 1 as well, which is a very difficult quest to finish. Stacking up damage on your Flame Strike that you lose all progress when you die, and I think he has. So in order to land the stun on Johanna this time, I just walked on top of her and then hit her with the Thunderclap to slow her down a little bit, and then follow up with the stun. Nice jukes though by her around the thing. Didn't quite time the Stormbolt correctly, and she actually gets out with the Iron Skin. But Karazim and Falstad are able to pick up the kill by cutting them off quite well. There you go, nice call by Vala as well on the boss. I think this is a good boss opportunity. Zul is way up top lane, taking out our fort, and he's gonna get that. We can let Zul take the fort, get them a bit of XP. Li Ming will come in and try to stop this. But Keltis was coming from base. Johanna was dead, is in fact still dead. So a very nice opportunity. And this is also a pretty decent opportunity to go aggressive. Unfortunately I missed the Stormbolt on the Li Ming, which is a bit of a rookie mistake. Hard skill shot to hit, Stormbolt, to be fair. Very hard skill shot to hit. Karazim eats the orb to the face. Did we take splash damage from that? We might have. I don't know. Anyway, we got the boss pushing in right now. We have a Talontier advantage, 16 to 14. And we've got a large structural advantage as well. Falstad's actually flying down to the bottom. It's not going to split push or create split pressure. We're going in hard here. Their Zul is actually trying to split pushing and earn some XP for their team. Which means they don't have many people here for the defense, and it is a boss push with the Sylvanas, so that's quite a big boon to us. You see our Stormbolts are hitting relatively hard at this stage. We've got 25 stacks on that, which is a pretty good progress for that quest. The Keltis goes out of position. I was hoping to kind of lock him down myself. And we do get picked off. Unfortunately, we did not have enough mana for Avatar. I was hammering that orb button and it was not activating. We did not have mana, but that is going to be game nonetheless. The Zul, very much tilted. He hasn't even come back to defend the core. He is still, you can see on the minimap, split pushing. Yep, definitely. Much like we had last game, I think there was a lot. I don't know if it was the same player that was causing the problems. It looks like it was more so the Zul this time around. I don't know. But there's definitely some miscommunications amongst the enemy team, some frustration, some anger. And there you go. Sad face, we didn't make the thing. Everyone did except us. In fact, the Zul made it. For Siege Master. Yeah, cool. That is an award of shame. You got that award for playing badly, my friend. Shame on you. So anyway, we got promoted. There you go. Hey, woo, Diamond 1. Took it 3 times. 3rd time lucky. We got up to Diamond 1. And what was actually a very smooth, very easy game right there. So that's good. I think I was AFK. Oh, it's probably texting someone. Here we go. I'm back. We go, rank points. Yay. And there are the stats. Looking pretty good. Vala doing a ton of damage. Hyper carry, like I said. Perfect Storm, Sledgehammer, Ironforge Momentum, Avatar, Healing Static, and I picked up Give Him the Axe at 16 for a bit more damage, a bit more pressure. And there you go, pretty good. That was our promo game. Apologies for the frickin' technical issues. What I'm going to have to do, obviously in the future, is open up the talent calculator before I do that. My god. Jesus, you wouldn't think playing a video and opening up just Chrome would be that difficult. Like, there's literally, I suppose we're recording audio as well, but that's very lightweight. I don't know, man. Donate €1,000. Buy Nubkeks a new computer, please. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. I will see you all next time for more Heroes of the Storm. Bye-bye.